Okay, so welcome everybody for the Fantôme session of the Baltic Sound Gallery here. This wonderful warm place of Vronihof, and so we are very, very happy to host one composer today is Christian Eloy. We are happy to welcome Christian here. So just a few words to introduce that Christian is known for running the sort of educational, I guess, program, like workshops in the Teruggi for many years, 17 years in Paris, and being a professor in the Bordeaux Conservatory for the electroacoustic music.
24 years.
Also there, and founder of several actually organizations. Octander is for the Association for the Young Composers, right? Yeah. And also the PT Former is a competition. And Scream is
I don't know if we should say Scream.
Scream, I don't know.
Scream is a...
Scream.
So it's written like
Depends, yeah. But it's beautiful, why not? So this is to put together the world of conservatory people with the university people especially from the
that's right.
Computer science. Yeah. And I guess all these organizations, they still exist, which is it's a great sign that you put them to the right direction. So, but I want you to tell us more about this, things, and also introduce your music that we're gonna hear today. So,
thank you so much. Thank you for coming, and thank you to Anton and Daniel Teruggi who invite me. It's really a pleasure for me. I read several things, several concerts of floating sound and all things, and I was very curious. Now my curiosity is, I can see what it is, and I am very pleased to be here. Anton begins, but a few words about me. I was born in Amiens, which is in northwest of France, a long time ago, and I went to the conservatory, regional conservatory, where I learned flute traversière, and composition. And then I went to Paris Conservatory Superior, Paris, for flute and orchestra, things like that. And I began my life, musical life. I mean, I was teacher. I was flutist in an orchestra for 3 or 4 years, and then I was flute teacher, and director of the conservatory in a town in the east of France. Yeah. And my life, could change something. So I had the opportunity to go to Dublin at the Trinity College, and I discovered ethnomusicology. And after that, I was really ready to discover other kind of music, ethnomusicology, but also contemporary music. So I went back to Paris, and I went back to the conservatory. I went to the class of Ivan Malek and Guy Rebel in Paris. And these people really make me discover this music. I go faster now. Very soon I get a command from INA GRM with François Bell Ivo Malek, at this time, he was a programmer of, can't remember the name, the cycle acousmatic, it was called like that. And quite soon, I get the mission of being a teacher in conservatory in Bordeaux, where I found really was what I was looking for, a very nice conservatory, a very nice director. He was composer and very interesting in contemporary music and in acousmatic music also. So I'm, as Anton said, I found there really all what I was waiting for. I had many students, and that was a particularity of this town. The conservatory and the university was, and the École des Beaux-Arts also, all these were very close, and I met a lot of people from university, from École des Beaux-Arts and so on. And very soon we had the project to make a laboratory of science and artistic, science and music. That was what you said, the scribe.
Right.
Sorry. Still working, and you know, there is 3 studios and really well installed. And so I stayed in Bordeaux for 24 years. I had many students. I still have many connection with them. And to finish, I met a young teacher in Paris, Yaolini. She's a doctor and at Sorbonne, you know, and she was very interesting by acousmatic music. She worked with Leroux, Philippe Leroux, who was at Ivo Malek class also, and we decided, she was from Taiwan, we decided to try to make a bridge, you know, between Taiwan and Paris. So we make a first contest between these two countries, and we met very soon a teacher from Japan, so Taiwan, Japan, France, and recently we also integrate Canada. So now this is working. We make this contest every 2 years, and we decide to have 8 laureates, you know, and we don't give money or anything like that. We make a tourney, a tour, I think, yeah, in Taiwan and Japan, and perhaps we can organize 10 or 12 concerts during these 2 years for these young composers. You know? So I am very pleased that this is still working, and we make a new one at the end of this year. January, I composed over a little more than 50 pieces, instrumental, vocal, electroacoustic, pedagogical, yeah, and electroacoustic tales, opera pour enfants and things like that, commissioned by State, by the Ministry of Culture, and INA GRM also, and Radio France. Now I will say a very short word about the 6 pieces you will listen to this evening, because I think you will see a few words which will be projected. You know. Just before I say a word special about spatialization. You know, I was involved in this kind of work for a long time, and really, you know, I was a conductor for a time, and when I am in front of the console, I find the same mental. Somebody said, I remember once François Bell, no, it's not the same, because they want to separate, you know, instrumental and acousmatic, but really it's a work of interaction between what you hear with the fixed music and what the specific place will throw to you. So that's the reason, because I don't play any 8 tracks music. All my music tonight will be in stereo, and I will try to play it, to spatialize it in. It's a small acousmonium, of course, but I think we can play, we can have the sound behind, on the side, and so on. So it will be a pleasure, and I hope it will be a pleasure for you also, to specialize in direct. So, the 6 pieces. The first one is called Random Access Memory, because it was for the anniversary of the 15th work of Pierre Schaeffer, you know, in 98. So we decided with the student, we decided to make some music, and personally I'll make a music with some samples of composer from the GRM. There is only some samples you can recognize them, but others it's only kind of matter. You know. So it's called random access memory. I don't make more explanation. The second one is Leisentritt, which means the strand. It was commissioned by the GRM, and I don't say very long. It's a kind of impressive music, you know. The third one is Eneida. It was a kind of music I made very quickly in February 2022. An homage of for the Ukrainian people. You know, I wanted really to write, to make music for this particular situation. The fourth one is Le Chant du Bollard. You know, you will have the exact explanation. It's more a kind of a field recording, a film of a boat through. The fifth is La cicatrice d'Ulysse, a scare of Ulysses. You know the story, and you will have the explanation also. And finally, I thought it would be a kind of non-acousmatic, of course, because it's a video music, but I wanted to present this because I think it's the same as, you know, we don't say cinema. It's not music and picture. it's a language, own language. And video music for me is the same. It's not music and image or picture. It's a language common. So it was an old student called Chronoslav Kika, who made this video, and he gave me, and he said, what do you think? I said, Topla, I would like to make something. So that will finish the concert. So thank you for listening, and have a good concert.
Thank you.